Good morning, or afternoon, I guess, technically. I'm recording in the morning. It's morning for me. Good morning to myself and whatever time of day it is to you. We had a calendar drop last night, and since I spent literally 3 hours trying to get a video recorded and then uploaded, that was the panic attack of my summon session. I didn't do this last night. I was like, we'll just wait until the morning, and then we'll we'll see how we feel. And so that's what we did. But right now we're going to go over the event schedule, kind of tell you guys what's coming down the pike, and give you a heads up as to what you might be looking for in the next 6-ish weeks of Fire Emblem Heroes. So, the whole left side is basically stuff that's already going on that we knew about. Forging Bonds, that just started yesterday. Cronia. Special Orb promo, we knew about that. Dark Blessings. Norian Summer, that's back. if you guys are really up for some summer banners still, those are still a thing. And they're going through the beginning of September, it looks like. So there's that. Illusory Dungeon, that'll be starting up a couple days, I think. Not too far away. And, of course, Changing Winds is something that we've got that's going on as well. I summoned on that yesterday. You can check that video out if you want me. Not for the faint of heart, though. And then we've got some heroes with Savage Blow. That's coming up. We knew about that as well. The new skills, or the new power, rather, that's coming up. Which, strangely, the new power summoning focuses on the 14th, but also... there's a lot of stuff ending on the 14th. So the 14th is when like the new stuff really starts to kick off, and we start to see some of the stuff we already know about kind of fade. Which I'm surprised they put this calendar out so early. Normally it's like between the 10th and 12th, but they dropped it on the 7th, which is bizarre. But either way, you know, knowing ahead of time is good. So we've got a new Tempest Trials coming up. That is one of the things that will never die. Tempest Trials will never die. And that coincides with the new Heroes Summoning event, I guess. So that tells me that we have Choose Your Legends Tempest Trial, I guess? Probably. So the new Heroes Summoning event that's on the 16th through September 5th. That is like 98% likeliness going to be your Choose Your Legends banner. Because you can see, it's the only new hero summoning event that's on the calendar. Aside the one that we already knew about, which was Changing Winds. And then we've got a special hero summoning event on the 6th of September. That is not likely it, because Choose Your Legends heroes go back into the pool. So Brave heroes go in the regular pool, so they wouldn't be considered a special summoning event. So there's that. If you're wondering what might be on the special summoning event, you can see down here that we have Festival in Hoshido. Festival in Hoshido. So more than likely what we're going to be seeing on the 6th of September is a new dance banner. It usually pops up around this time. I know the first year it was super late. It was like mid-October it dropped. But then last year it came like 6-7 weeks early, and people were like, nah, that's not it. But I was like, yeah, no, it's got to be it, because like it wouldn't be Halloween. It's way too early for Halloween. So Dance Banner is kind of like an end of summer banner festival thing. So that's more than likely what we're looking at on September 6th. And I think for the most part that handles any kind of new summoning that we're dealing with, I think. Except for the Legendary Hero Summoning event on the 28th. But if you've heard or seen my video on it, we already know pretty much everything there is to know about that, because dear old intern messed up. Pretty big this time. But if you don't want that spoiled, you know, no harm, no foul. I will not be talking about it. But yeah, so I mean, there's only a couple new banners coming up. We've got 3 to get us through the beginning of September, thank God. However, they are all bonkers. So, well, the Choose Your Legends will be. I should specify. Choose Your Legends will probably be bonkers. Legendary Hero, depending on who you are, you will find that bonkers. And then, you know, Dance Banners have always been really good. Last year's I loved last year's banner. But that's because it had a lot of Tellius love. So, I'm biased. Either way, those are the banners that we've got coming up. We've also got stuff like Voting Gauntlet. And just so you know, solo skills, skills of desperation. All the skills banners I don't really talk about because they're not new. They're just kind of a re-amalgamation of what we've already had. But anyway, those are coming up too. If you're interested in those, I'm personally saving my orders because Choose Your Legends. Allegiance Battle Quest. Those are coming up. Armored Strike. I have no idea what that is. But it's in gray, so it's a quest. So I assume that means it's completing maps with armored units. That would be my guess. It's just weird that it doesn't say quests on it. But it is shaded in gray, so I'm assuming that that means it is in the quests category when all the other ones say quests. It's whatever. We have stuff like Voting Gauntlets coming up. We have Tempest Trials coming up. We've also got a special event known as Lost Lore. That's coming up. So that kind of overlaps, and it's coming up pretty soon. We knew about this from the FEH channel. It kind of overlaps with Rooker Siege and Voting Gauntlet that you can see up there at the top. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm kind of excited about Lost Lore. I hope it comes back more frequently. Actually, there's going to be a lot of events going on because I just saw Illusory Dungeon on the 28th. So there's a lot of event stuff coming up. But again, it doesn't really kick off until like that 14th period. Lost Lore begins on the 13th, and then we've got Rooker Siege on the 23rd, overlapping to the 28th. Voting Gauntlet from the 29th to the 3rd. And then Illusory Dungeon starting on the 24th, and going until God knows when, because we never know. Illusory Dungeon. They have been better about not putting them back to back. So you can see the last one ends on the 14th. Or the current one ends on the 14th, I should say. And then the new one starts 10 days later. It used to be, if you're newer to the game, it used to be where it was literally just a block of Illusory Dungeon. And it would, whenever, like, the day one ended, the next day a new one would start. And it would literally take, like, 4 days to clear the event because maps would get released. It's not that big of a deal. I like Illusory Dungeon, I guess, for the music, but now that we've had the stuff in Ether Resort, I don't know. It seems to have lost a little bit of its spark for me. But I hope they do something with it, whether it's like rewards based or just like, I don't know, cool music. Like I hope they revive it somehow, because it doesn't really seem to be sticking with a lot of people lately. That said, I'm glad there's a 10-day separation. And then we have a new September Orb promo. Hooray! I will say the Orb promos this month, if you're down to buy stuff, it's better, I guess, than what it could have been. It's about 50-ish orbs for like $20, which isn't bad. Still not great, still pretty expensive, but you know, it's not bad. That's what we've got. That's what we're looking at. It's going to be an interesting month. I'm sure everyone is primarily concerned with Choose Your Legends, as rightfully you should be. So that's where we are. Choose Your Legends hype is real. We're just coming out of a 3 houses stint, and fingers crossed that we get. I don't want 3 houses fatigue, but I am hoping that we get like maybe another new heroes banner for 3 houses, and then maybe a seasonal by the end of the year. Like I think a winter themed 3 houses banner would be cool, and I will just leave it at that, because there's a lot of units in there that I would like to see in the game, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. So Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you like. It's going to be an interesting month, so buckle up. Live streams are returning, probably towards the end of August, beginning of September. So right when all the craziness is kind of at high peak. Hooray! But that's it for right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.